All right, Pete Laughlin there at Reno Cycles and Gear, and then Mara and Anthony here live in the studio for your first appearance.
First appearance.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been taking social media by storm, rightfully so, because we've got donuts like this from Glazed and Confused. First of all, love the name, love the product. Who wants to start it off with how this all came about?
Well, it all came about, my wife and I, we met about 15 years ago. We met here in Lake Tahoe, and then we had left Lake Tahoe for a while. We went down to Southern California, lived in Los Angeles. We were both in the service industry, food industry. Okay. We loved it, but we also wanted to come back to Tahoe. So we knew coming back to Tahoe that we had to bring that.
Core.
Yeah, that was the core. It was bring that passion back with us.
And then you brought a great business model here. I think one of the more popular is like Voodoo Donuts up in Oregon.
Yeah, Voodoo Donuts are kind of
cupcakes rather than cakes at weddings and birthdays have become more popular. So you sort of took that model and to the next level.
Yeah, and especially coming back to Tahoe, at first when we started the whole business model and the idea and we started getting our product together, at first we just couldn't find a retail location.
Right.
So we figured plan B, delivery. There's not a whole lot of delivery options and food options, and with the amount of guests coming in and out of town, how early people have to go to work here in town, it's like, hey, what if they were to go online, order donuts from us, and we just brought them to them?
And it cuts out overhead, expenses, all of that. And you guys came into the market at just the right time when that donut store at the Y had closed out. So that was awesome.
Yeah,
we actually captured the market, right?
They had been closed for about 3 years, and we tried to move into that location. Unfortunately, that was one that didn't work out for us, but that's what led us to go into the delivery aspect.
So, Mara, talk about some of the signatures that you brought in here for us today as we had the camera zoom in and make everybody's mouths water.
Excellent.
Right?
So one of our most popular is our maple bacon. And then we also have our pretzel body logic, which is...
Oh, I think they know what bacon looks like. I think we're all right there. No, everybody's eyes is just going...
So the pretzel body logic is our maple bacon with pretzels, and it just gives it this umami flavor that is amazing.
Nice. And then what's one of the more unique, crazier styles that you have? Because you have over 50 styles of donuts now, all with fun, unique names.
Well, our brains never stop. He's being in the music industry as well as the food industry. Yeah. Both of us
bring in a lot of the aspect of the fun part of it.
It helps us come up with our names, and it helps us be creative. We just want to keep it fun and want everybody to, can't not smile when a box shows up at your door like this.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, this.
I mean, you look at my buddy over here, Floyd. I mean, he's a perfect description of the love for music and just kind of a play on words, because obviously that pink and the rainbow, and it just all goes together. And it's
it goes perfect with his album.
That's what we want to go with, and we have a love for like American Horror Story and a lot of TV shows like that.
So the big reason you guys are in here today is because Nikki Verdell set this up from Beach Retreat. You talked about not having a storefront. That's all changed.
That's all changed.
It's all changing.
Offering donuts up every day?
We're in the process of moving right now. We should be open for operation hopefully in the first couple weeks of November. Okay. It all kind of came up pretty abruptly. They did invite us into the retreat, which was really gracious of them to do for us. They've been following us and just seeing our activity with the community and the product, and they just said, we would love to have this here and be available.
And they've got an all-you-can-eat breakfast though. So here's the thing. Can we do all-you-can-eat donuts? I will do all, what do we got there? 12 of these on air live right now.
I'd like to see that.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
We may be doing fun stuff like that, though.
I do a little donut eating contest.
Donut eating contest. We've got our donut holes, filled donut holes. So, you put your hands behind your back and get your face in a bowl full of those. So.
And you guys aren't just about donuts. You also competed in the Cocktails for a Cause cocktail mixer, and you infused a donut sort of into the recipe. Fun stuff.
So, honestly, what happened was a few people had fallen out, and I didn't want to leave them hanging.
So
I got a phone call.
I
got a phone call the night before asking if Glazed and Confused would come in. I've done the competition a few other times before, so it was very nice. It was very humbling, that's for sure.
It was a blast.
So, with a day's notice, I did my best to come up with a great cocktail with some donuts.
So, are you guys going to still do delivery delivery, and how do we get in touch with you? We've got to wrap it up.
Yeah,
here.
so at this point, during the moving process, we are going to scale back the delivery a little bit.
Of course.
We've started doing some hiring and getting some employees under us. Once we get the beach retreat up and running, we are going to offer a pickup option where you can order online and pick up the next morning. We'll have your donuts ready for you. And then we are going to integrate the delivery back into it, because that was, it was our plan B, but it turned into our number one.
Right.
So we need to keep that alive.
All right, Anthony and Mara from Glazed and Confused. We got to get out of here.
Thank you.
All right, let's dig in, folks. You're watching Tahoe Today. We'll be back.
Up next, your local Lake Tahoe weather forecast.